Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas, exploitative activities, karma kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण सुस्मिता माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Virita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, and thank you so much, Mataji, for your last minute service. Very grateful to you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your services. You are the one who inspire us, Mataji. So thank you, and please, Mataji, keep joining the call every day. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Cincinnati.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for the wonderful chanting, and welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Susmita Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotees. This is Mohammed Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Susmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gupta Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining the call today. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
And yes, wish you happy Krishna Conscious birthday also.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank
So
you.
happy
Hare
to see
Krishna.
you.
Thank you, Mataji. Keep blessing us, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Happy belated, happy birthday, happy Krishna conscious birthday to you, Mataji. And very grateful to your services, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Joy Das from New York. Dandavat Pranam Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Sri Prabhupada. This is Haripad Das from North Carolina. And
Hare Krishna.
I just heard belated Krishna conscious birthday, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call today. And welcome to the call, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hari Bol.
Hare. Hare Krishna. I can see Prabhuji on the call, so we'll start. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Pran Govind Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, chapter number 5, verse number 42 to 46. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time and association to us, Prabhu, and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And whenever you are ready, you can take over the call, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Homage to Prabhupada, Banchakal Patur Vishigaba, Sindhavachapate, Dhanam Pavanibho Vaishnavi Bodham. Okay, so I would like to start by singing a song. Let me see. Will you be able to post the Bhagavatam today's?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay,
I can say if you want.
I'll post the song first now. Oh. Where is the song? Oh, okay. Is that visible now?
Yes, Prabhuji,
Yes,
we
Prabhuji.
can see that.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
So this section of Srimad Bhagavatam depicts our life through Prahlad Maharaj, that we face fear, anxiety. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur advised us to redirect our emotion instead of focusing something we should not, but majority, 99% people focus on that. We should divert, because this fear, death will be always there. But yes, it's concern, but our focus should be surrendering to the lotus feet of Lord. So you all can join, you can sing. Tumi tomari bejare ke tare rakhite pare, tumi tomari bejare ke tare rakhite pare. Ichabasha tribhuvana, Ichabasha tribhuvana, Brahma adi devagana, Tabada saganana, Brahma adi Devagana Tabodasaya Ganana Kare Tabo Agyaro Palana Kare Tabo Agyaro Palana Tabo Icha Mate Jata Grahagana abirata tava icha mate jata grahagana abirata shubha shubha phala kare dana shubha shubha phala kare dana Rogo sukha mriti bhai tava icha mate hai. Rogo sukha mriti bhai tava icha mate hai. তব আজ্ঞা সদা বলবান, তব আজ্ঞা সদা বলবান। তব বয়ে বায়ু ভয়, তব ভয়ে বায়ু বয়, চন্দ্র সূর্য সমোদয়। নিয়মিত কার্য করে, নিয়মিত কার্য করে। তুমি তো পরমেশ্বর পরব্রহ্ম পরাৎপরম, তুমি তো পরমেশ্বর পরব্রহ্ম পরাৎপরম। তব বাস ভকত অন্তরে, তব বাস ভকত অন্তরে, তব বাস ভকত অন্তরে। সদা শুদ্ধ সিদ্ধ কাম, ভকত বৎসল নাম। সদা শুদ্ধ সিদ্ধ কাম, ভকত বৎসল নাম। ভকত জনের নিত্য স্বামী, ভকত জনের নিত্য স্বামী। তুমি তো রাখিবে যারে, কে তারে মারিতে পারে। তুমি তো রাখিবে যারে, কে তারে মারিতে পারে। সকল বিধির বিধি তুমি, সকল বিধির বিধি তুমি। তোমার চরণে না করিয়াছে প্রণিপাত, তোমার চরণে নাথ করিয়াছে প্রণিপাত। ভকতি বিনোদ তব দাস, ভকতি বিনোদ তব দাস। বিপদ হইতে স্বামী অবশ্যতা হারে তুমি, বিপদ হইতে স্বামী অবশ্যতা হারে তুমি। রক্ষিবে তাহার এ বিশ্বাস, রক্ষিবে তাহারে এই বিশ্বাস। তোমার চরণ নাথ করিয়াছে প্রণিপাত, ভকতি বিনোদ তব দাস, ভকতি বিনোদ তব দাস। বিপদ হইতে স্বামী অবশ্যতা হারে তুমি, বিপদ হইতে স্বামী অবশ্যতা হারে তুমি। রাখিবে তাহার এই বিশ্বাস, রাখিবে তাহার বিশ্বাস। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribol, Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shamanta Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Nishingadev Bhagavan ki jai, Hiranyakasipu Maharaj ki jai, Shamanta Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Bhakti Japa Sanga Group, Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Pramanande. Dear Prabhus and mothers, would you please help me to read the translation? One devotee,
Yes.
each.
Translation
Okay.
number 1. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Who
Hare
can
Krishna.
protect that person whom you wish to slay? The three worlds are obedient to your will. The gods, headed by Brahma, are your countless servants and stand ready to execute your command.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Next.
Very wonderful song you
By
got.
your
Super song.
by your will, the planets exercise their auspicious or influence. Illness, great death, and fear occur by your will. Your command is all powerful. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Danvat Pranam. In fear of you, the wind blows, and the sun, moon, and all others perform their allotted duties. You are the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Spirit, supreme above all. Your residence is in the heart of your loving devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You are You are eternally pure. All your desires are fulfilled. Your name is Bhaktavatsala, for you are very affectionate to the Vaishnavas. You are the eternal Lord of your loving devotees. Who can slay that person whom you wish to protect? You are the law of all laws. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, the last one.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Sri Prabhupada. O Lord, your eternal servant Bhakti Vedanta has bowed down at your lotus feet. O Master, he cherishes the faith that you will surely protect him from all the dangers. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay. So, dear Prabhus and mothers, nice to see all of you. We are going to recite Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, Chapter 5, entitled, let's see, Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son, got attacked by Hiranyakasipu. What a beautiful. So, I would request all of you to hold your hand and let us pray to the predominating deity of the consciousness of the heart, Lord Vasudev, to grant his merciful, compassionate child, that so we can have that vision to see the Lord's presence in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Nashtaprayesu avadreshu nittam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki. Mukham karati vachalam pangulangayate girim. Jat kripatamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam. Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishtam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tinamini. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Vancha Kalpataru Vesha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namo. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama. Yeah, thank you. So, okay, maybe I misunderstood. What verses am I covering, Mother? Can you confirm it?
42 to 46.
Okay, 42 to 46. Okay, I made a note here, 39 to 41. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it by the mercy of Guru Krishna. Okay, let's see. So this is the, okay, maybe some refresh for me where we are. This chapter mostly demonstrate, I would say, how a devotee is fixed in Krishna consciousness despite hard struggle for existence. So in this chapter, enraged Hiranyakasipu threw Prahlad from his lap, ordered his assistant to execute him, just to give some refresh to all of us. Outraged that this young boy Prahlad was so lovingly attached to his arch enemy, Lord Vishnu. This is the thinking, demoniac thought pounding to the heart of Hiranyakasipu. So then he ordered his battalion to torture Prahlad. They contrived a variety of ways to kill a saintly boy. And you'll see today we are going to read, or maybe started also yesterday. They throw him beneath the elephant, cast him into the midst of huge fearful snake, cursed him with destructive spell, hurled him from a hilltop, conjured up fighting apparition, administered him poison by his own mother, starved him, exposed him to severe cold, wind, fire, and water. Sounds like we also go through little extent, not maybe like Prahlad Maharaj, but we just went through the heavy cold in Alachua. Even throw heavy stone to crush him. Nothing worked. Prabhu's and mother. Nothing worked throughout these trials. Why? That is our focus point. We want Krishna Prem. I'm sure you all know the nature of Krishna Prem. So these slokas are demonstrating what is the nature of Krishna Prem. Prahlad unflinchingly meditated on Lord Vishnu and mystically remained unharmed. Krishna Prem has a two feature. One is external, one is internal. So these are the demonstration of external. Hiranyakasipu fell into deep anxiety. And this is what we'll discover after this. So with that note, we are going to begin this. So we have three verses. Am I right? 42, 43, 44. 40, what did you say? 42, 40,
46,
44,
Prabhu.
44, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So 5-1. Okay, that's nice. Sukhakara Prabhu, would you like to start from 1? And the last one, I'll just do it. You can start 1 and the next devotee.
Okay.
Prabhu's and Mother.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prayase apahate tasmin. Daitendraha parishankita. Chakara tad vadayopaya. Nirbandhena yudhishthira. Enough translation?
Yes.
Prabhuji?
You can read
Translation
the synonyms. Okay, translation will be fine.
Synonyms. Synonyms are the prayase, when the endeavor, apahate, futile, tasmin, that, daitya indriya, the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, parishankitaha, very much afraid considering how the boy was protected. Chakara, executed. Tat vadan upayan, various means for killing him. Nirbandhena, with determination. Yudhishthira, O King Yudhishthira. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear King Yudhishthira, when all the attempts of the demons to kill Prahlad Maharaja were futile, the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, being most fearful, began convincing other means to kill him. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Pran Govind.
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, someone else would like to try? 43, 44? I like to hear also.
Can I?
Yes. Yes.
दिग्गजैर्दण्डासुकेन्द्रैरभिचारावपातनैः मायाभिः सन्निरोधेश गरधानिरभोजनैः हिमवाग्नि सलिलैः प्रवताक्रमणैरपि न शशाक यथा हन्तुम् अपापम् असुरसुतं चिन्तां दीर्घहतमां प्राप्तस्तत्कर्तुं नाव्यपत्यत. Hare Krishna. Synonyms or translation, Prabhu?
Translation will be good.
Okay. So translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hiranyakashipu could not kill his son by throwing him beneath the feet of big elephants, throwing him among huge fearful snakes, employing destructive spells, hurling him from the top of a hill, conjuring up illusory tricks, administering poison, starving him, exposing him to severe cold, winds, fire, and water, or throwing heavy stones to crush him. When Hiranyakashipu found that he could not in any way harm Prahlad, who was completely sinless, he was in great anxiety about what to do next. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. One more?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, shall I read?
Yes, please.
Mi bhava asadukto padopayasya nirmitaha taiste drohe asadharme muktaste naiva tejasaha. Translation. Hiranyakashipu thought, I have used many ill names in chastising this boy Prahlada and have devised many means of killing him. but despite all my endeavors, he could not be killed. Indeed, he saved himself by his own powers, without being affected in the least by these treachery and abominable actions.
Okay, thank you. 46. Vartamanaha, being situated avidure, not very far away, by indeed, Bala, a mere child, api, although, ajara, he, complete fearlessness. Ayam, this, na, not. Vishmarati, forgets. May, mind. Anayam, misbehavior. Sunaha, sepaha, the curved tail of a dog. Iba, exactly like. Prabhu, being able or potent. Vartamana vidure vai valapi ajara dhiyayam na vismarati menayam sunaha sepa iba Prabhu. Translation and purport. Can you go little up? Okay, thank you. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Although he is very near to me and is merely a child, he is situated in complete fearlessness. He resembles a dog's curved tail, which can never be straightened because he never forgets my misbehavior and his connection with his master, Lord Vishnu. Purport. The word sunaha means of a dog, shepa means tail. The example is ordinary. However, one may try to straighten a dog's tail. Anybody ever tried in this audience? I mean, I petted dog when I was child, lot. I remember the tail, it's always curved. But I was not trying to make it straight. I just remember it's always curved. But he later, but always curved. Sunaha, Sepa is always the name of the second son of Ajigartha. He was sold to Harishchandra. But he later took shelter of Vishwamitra, Harishchandra's enemy, and never left his side. Okay, so I remember this past time little bit of also I'll mention, otherwise we will be like, some of us maybe will be confused. What got to do with Harishchandra and Ajigartha and Vishwamitra? Thank you. We stop here, 46, yes, okay. First of all, I'm asking for blessing of all of you, so I can say something that will be aligned with Srila Prabhupada and our Acharya's teachings, and that will please Lord Nishingadev, Radha Shama Sundar, Krishna Balaram Gaurnitai, to our Acharyas. Also purifies my heart, and it some extent satisfy all your need and purification in you. This is a wonderful part of Bhagavatam. Well, every part of Bhagavatam is very wonderful. I would say the bhakti is promoted. How bhakti culminates above karma, gyan, yoga, or any process. This is promoted by Bhagavatam, especially Prahlad Maharaj. There is a famous verse Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted. I hope we should put this as a necklace in our throat, always. Bhajye Bisho Jalamai, Bhitare Anandamai, Krishna Premer Adbhut Charit. What is the characteristics of Krishna Prem? That externally, Prabhu's mother, right now, in this journey as a sadhaka, you must remember that you will go through tough time externally. And you will fail in progressing in Krishna consciousness if your inner connection is not established. Coming, going is not ISKCON's business. Those who are coming, we should lock the door of exit door. Bold, dead bold, or maybe seal it. Srimad Radhanath Maharaj said very nicely. He said, express your care, affection such a way that three things they feel. One is they feel loved, they feel care, and they feel a solid shelter they don't want to be without. Till your last breath, Prabhu's and mother. That is real ISKCON Prabhupada built. As all of you heard this many times, we should not go around the honey bottle. We should learn how to open the honey bottle and go inside. Otherwise, I mean, honestly, I went through that stage where I'm not any advance or anything. I'm still probably horrible, degraded position, but still taste is there. I have to be honest to you. Otherwise, I would not be in this path. That taste is so contagious, so good. No sex, no video game, no movie, no big house, no money, nothing can replace that. There is Ananda as a Manushananda. Canto 6, we heard about Chitraketu's life with Angiras, where commentator given a beautiful commentary that what is the highest form of happiness right now as a human being. You need 7 things. It's very practical. Yudhishthira Maharaj was a king. Chitraketu was the emperor of the world. Yudhishthira Maharaj was, King Parikshit was, many. So was not a given just out of blue. Rupa Goswami Pad write this. Brahmananda bhave tesha cheta praradha ganakrita naitam bhakti sukham bodhe paramannatullam api. No, he did not just give like that. He gave a good reason who experienced this. Just like when we say, in a particular body, your consciousness is very much covered. Abrita Chetan. Where are you now? If I ask a question to myself and to all of you, where are you? We are by our consciousness, not by the location of physical or geographical. We always live by our consciousness. And location of our consciousness will determine whether we are spiritually happy or materially miserable. Very important. Because we are conscious being, unit of consciousness. By conscious connection, by location of our conscious, where we are focusing, what we are focusing. So if you have a 7 items together, you can know what the highest happiness of as a human. You are the only ruler. You don't have any enemy. Everybody in your royal family, minister, they are in love with you. You have enough treasury. Anytime you need to dispose. Okay. You are Vidwan, knowing the essence of Veda, that whenever there is a drought or some problem, natural disaster for the citizen, you can engage the Brahmana to counter. You have enough treasury. Everybody is in love with you. You are the only ruler, no enemy. Okay, good. 2 other things required. You need a good strength, strong, healthy, long life body. But above all of them, one thing is most important. This is what Hiranyakasipu missed it. Can someone help me? If you have all these 6 things, still you don't know what is the highest happiness as a human, unless you have the last one. I already mentioned 6. What could be the last one? Hiranyakasipu did not know. Or he misunderstood. Maybe he heard it. I didn't talk to Hiranyakasipu. I did not want to talk to. I do not want to talk to. But, okay, nobody is answering, so I'll answer it. You have to have a tremendous, strong desire to enjoy. You may have everything, but if you don't have a strong desire to enjoy, then what is the value of or your experience of highest enjoyment in life right now? You have to have a strong desire. We have to have a strong desire to serve the Lord. Then we will experience fearlessness like Prahlad Maharaj. Question may come. There are so many people who are trying to work for the sake of the Lord, and they get brutally killed sometime. I don't know how many of you thought about it. Why doesn't Krishna protect them the way he protected Prahlad Maharaj as a Hiranyakashipu, from Hiranyakashipu as a Nishingadev? We have to understand few nice points from this chapter. Scriptures do not reduce Krishna's protection only to physical or mental protection. Please remember that. The complete protection is physical, emotional, and spiritual. Somebody may have joined your ISKCON society and stayed for a while and then left, went back to the material world. He may have a inheritance, enjoying life, looks like he's happy, and he's not chanting, he gave up Krishna consciousness. Is he protected? No. To me, he's not protected, he or she, not protected. That person has to go through suffering again, next life, has to come back. Journey is not over. So when we think of Krishna's protection, we have to think like this. Protection, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The ultimate protection is spiritual because essentially, Prabhus and mothers, we are soul. We are not this body. Or that Prabhu or Mataji had a fever. We prayed and the fever is gone. Okay, I'm not against it. It's okay. But that doesn't really attract me. If you say we prayed for that devotee, he was chanting 4 rounds, now he's chanting 8 rounds and steady. That is real protection, real safety. Not that I can see it, not that everybody I expect to see it, but just trust me. Take this word. That the real protection is your spiritual life. Because even if I die right now, what is the loss if I went to Krishna Loka to serve him? And if I had a physically, emotionally great, but spiritually zero, and I take birth next life cockroaches or a mice, what is the gain? Zero. Be realistic. You may think like, why Prabhu is so heavy? I'm not heavy. I'm just stating a fact. I was born with a little heavy voice. I cannot help much, so I'm trying to speak like that. Krishna's interest to take the soul out of this world, take us back home for our eternal life of love with him. That is our ultimate protection. In the scripture, both kinds of example are there. There are examples of extraordinary protection at a material level. There are examples of protection at a higher spiritual level where apparently the protection at the material level does not seem to be there. For example, in the Mahabharata, and today's also example we see, Harishchandra with Vishamitra. We see that. Prabhupada gave that example in the purport. Just now we read. So in Mahabharata, we see Krishna protected Arjuna. Even when Arjuna was in a grave danger, Krishna repeatedly planned, arranged for the protection of Arjuna, but in the same Mahabharata, it is also depicted that Abhimanyu is killed. I mentioned that story. It is so fascinating. Killed, how he was killed? Brutally, by 6 warriors coming together and killing him. Similarly, in the Ramayana, we see Hanuman did heroic activities. He always attributed his strength, intelligence to Lord Ram's grace, especially in the Lord's name. But in the same Ramayana, we see Jatayu being killed quite brutally by Ravana. I hope you're catching the point, what I'm trying to say. So the scripture do not fight shy of the fact that even those who are devoted to the Lord may sometime not be protected, at least what it will be seen to our vision at a material level. What is the cause of this, you may think, you may say? Let's look at how our Bhagavatam analyze these two incidents. Concerning Abhimanyu, Yudhishthir, the eldest of the Pandavas, asked Abhimanyu to penetrate the Chakrabuha, military formation in which Abhimanyu was eventually trapped and killed. Yudhishthir was heavily laden by guilt of having practical sent Abhimanyu to his death. Unintentionally, of course, but it resulted in his death. At that time, Vyasdev console him and say many things. One of the things he says, no one in this world to immune to the law of death. Then he talks about the king who are far more virtuous than Abhimanyu, who was just a young lad, were also killed. They also have to succumb to the law of death. So no one can escape. Then he says, actually in this world, there is also choice between the virtue and vice. And person by repeatedly choosing virtue, each of us can rise to an elevated position. But by choosing vice, the person may fall from the situation any moment also. So, Prabhu's and Mother, this world is a place of test and temptation. Ultimate protection is to go beyond this world of test and temptation to the Golok Vrindavan, where there is no such test and temptation. So the ultimate protection is to be taken beyond the world of temptation. It is that protection that Lord has given Abhimanyu. Don't think that the Lord did not protect him. Please try to understand that. He said he was young. We all still have to live in this world of temptation and endure suffering. But Abhimanyu has gone beyond that. In general, if we only have to look at this world, look at life only with one's life perspective, then ultimately we will never be able to reconcile the problem of existence. The problem why there is suffering. How there is ultimate justice in the presence of suffering without taking a multiple lifetime perspective. We need to understand that existence does not begin with birth. Hare Krishna, Prabhus and mothers. Existence does not begin with birth or end with death. Even when we say somebody is not protected, they are not their bodies. They are soul. For the soul, supreme protection is to be taken beyond the world of temptation. So Vyasdev tells Yudhishthira, do not think that Abhimanyu was not protected. Rather, he got the supreme protection by being taken beyond the world of temptation, whereas we are still in this world, bad world of temptation. We have to battle for our whole lifetime against the destruction of temptation. Then we will attain the destination that he has attained. So rather than grieving for one who has attained such great destination, we should grieve for all of us who have to stay still in this world. I don't know what each of us are thinking right now. And after hearing this, some of you may further get the question, what does this mean that to go beyond the world of temptation, everybody has to die young? No, I did not say that. Abhimanyu had to die young. He was 14. Ultimately, in this world, the important thing is to recognize that we have a particular duty. We have to do our duty. Different people have different karmic reaction. We don't know who is at what level, what is best for them. We should know that this world is like a hospital. We all are under the care of Supreme Lord. The doctor, gurus, ISKCON leaders gives different treatment to different people based on what is best for them. We think of death as termination of our existence. But for those who are devoted to God, death is not the termination of existence, but death is the discharge from the hospital. It's a good news. It is actually something very positive and glorious. So if we just see with a limited perspective of this world, then we will not be able to make sense of the suffering of the world. But when we take it from a broader perspective, then the death of a devotee is not like the death of a man who is not devoted to God. It is different from the death of somebody else. Prabhupada gave that example. A cat may have its jaws around a rat. For that mouse, that jaw is death. But a cat may have jaws around its own kitten. I don't know how many of you saw. I saw in the village like this in India. For the kitten, it is lover of another. Mummy is making us comfortable, safety. She grabbed with the same jaw. That's how the feeling, the kitten, baby kitten feels. So even if in its external form, death comes around in a brutal way, death actually takes the soul that is devoted to God, back to God. In that sense, It is supremely auspicious. Some sound is coming. Okay. Still, why does this happen? So Basdev, actually, I was reading few days on this for some other classes, but this was beautiful. How Basdev says that inscrutable will of the Lord, we just sang that song, is surely for the good of all living beings. Prabhu's and Mother, be happy where you are, that you are progressing towards Krishna. Don't focus what situation you are. Well, my neck ache. Well, my disease is, yes, you need to take care of that, but that's not our main focus. No need to ask, what is the cause of this, what, that? Important question in our life that should be asked, like Prahlad Maharaj, is not why this, how now. That should be the question. How best can I act in a way by which I can move forward in the path of dharma? And that is the path which is demonstrated in the Bhagavatam. Vyasdev says, if you act according to his will, Krishna's will, you will understand in due course of time. In Jatayu's case, let's talk about Jatayu's, then we'll talk about Vishwamitra. Jatayu's case also, what is the attitude in Valmiki Ramayana? We see that. He was dead, you can say. Laid down his life for a glorious cause. Lord Ram came personally and performed his last rite. Lord Ram accepted him as his father. There have been and there will be millions of vultures that have lived and died. They just came, they went. But here is the vulture, Jatayu, who fought for the sake of Krishna, Ram, God. And what was the result? God himself granted him and blessed him to attain the realm of everlasting bliss. That was the supreme blessing that anyone could have got. Jatayu lost the battle against Ravana, but he won the war against temptation. Is it? He won the war against illusion, against Maya, against prison of this world is that we are in. So he was liberated from his material existence. So the Lord always protect everyone. What to speak of those who are devoted to him? But our vision of protection can be deficient if we reduce existence only to the physical or material level. Please, Prabhuji and Mother, do not see from that angle. You should see from a multi-lifetime or a broad perspective which encompasses physical, mental, and spiritual. And ultimately, it centers on the spiritual. And to understand the depth of Krishna's love, we have to understand the breadth and length of our own existence. I mean, breadth means we are not just the body, but we are body, mind, and soul. Ultimately, we are the soul, essentially, because the body and mind are external. That is the breadth of our existence, and also the length of our existence. It just doesn't extend to our body, but it extends beyond, not just multiple lifetime, but to all eternity. When we understand from this broad perspective, then we can understand God always protects, Krishna always protects. By the way, Do you know what happened to Abhimanyu? Abhimanyu had a two. One is associate, eternal associate. Also, he had a demigod, moon god's son. Moon god could not bear the separation, so he went back to his father. There is no really suffering. Of course, there was an Indian gentleman who was arguing with Srila Prabhupada. Why did Arjuna cry when Abhimanyu's death news came? He was crying. So Prabhupada says, what is wrong of crying? His son died. Yeah, but he heard Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Oh, he heard Bhagavad Gita directly from Krishna, but still he cried. Prabhupada said, what is your point? Point is, I thought he's a devotee. He understood Bhagavad Gita, but he's crying. Prabhupada said, he has a human body. He has a family. Somebody dies. It is a natural for him to cry. But to understand as a devotee, you should ask the question, did he give up fighting for Krishna? Did he stop serving Krishna in the war? Okay, Abhimanyu's news came on the 10th day. No, 14th day. Okay, Abhimanyu's news came. Did Arjuna say, I'm not going to fight anymore? I can't fight. My son is killed brutally. No. He carried on his service to Krishna. That is called devotee. Externally, whatever happened, it will happen and we will respond. We are concerned. We are in this world. We relate with them. But our service to Krishna, our chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, our following for regulatory principle, these things are never given up. That is what called advanced devotee, like Prahlad Maharaj, pure devotee. So here we hear the story of, let's see, text 45, 40 to 45, all this, Sulapana, Tigma. I'm looking at my little notes I made here. Sulapanaya Tigma, very sharp trident in their hands, showing. And what did Prahlad Maharaj thought? Very nice. This is we need. Prahlad Maharaj, what did he think? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Hare Baba, everything is connected with Krishna. These weapons, this Trishul or trident, this is also connected with Krishna. How can something connected with Krishna will be hurting me? So it touches his body and they break instead of. Now, I'm not saying please don't practice this in the home. But if you are in that situation and you are intensely connected with the Lord, Lord will protect you. You don't have to practice this. This is the Prahlad Maharaj was not practicing this. Like when they throw him from the mountain, he was not like thinking, okay, where are you, Krishna? He was already thinking before they throw him. When they throw him, while he is falling down, he was thinking the same Krishna that before incident took place. And after Krishna picked him up, put him on the bullock cart, he was still absorbed the same. Was no difference. Was not like, oh, and then, okay, feeling better. Oh no! No, not emotional like this. Srila Prabhupada did the same thing in Mauritius. You heard that story. It's so beautiful. Brahmananda Prabhu writes, Prabhupada was chanting in the Prime Minister's Rolls Royce. Wow. Prime Minister gave the car to Prabhupada while he's in Mauritius to use it. Nice. Good service attitude. But then there is a sugarcane field, which is a zigzag. You don't see who is coming from the other side. So anyhow, there was a car crash. Brahmananda Prabhu said Prabhupada was left hand cane, right hand Japa beats, chanting in a speed. During the crash, car is completely smashed. Nothing happened to the devotees. Prabhupada was not making his emotion level high and low with the accident. Nothing. Same rhythm. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. After, before, and in the middle during the accident. Same. According to him, there was no difference. He was shocked. They got freaked out, but Prabhupada was not. Then Prabhupada says, we are going to glorify Krishna. There is a program. We should get another car. As if like this incident is like a little side track. Okay, put it side. Let's keep going. We have to serve the Lord. It's a wonderful, wonderful example in our lifetime. It's good to hear Haridas Thakur's. But what about Ananta Shanti Prabhu? Prahlad Maharaj's wonderful explanation. But in our life, can you relate? I met, how many of you, I'm sure some of you met probably. In 84 to 86 he was, and then he passed away. Ananta Shanti Prabhu. One of the two disciples of Srila Prabhupada in Russia. When Prabhupada went for 7 days, he initiated two. And this is one of them was Ananta Shanti Prabhu. I doubt I can do that, but after hearing all this, maybe we'll take the risk. Doesn't matter anywhere. We'll not stop chanting. Ananta Shanti Prabhu met Prabhupada 7 days in a hotel. What Prabhupada gave, only he knows and Prabhupada knows. We don't know. But we see his dedication. To me, is very attractive, just like Haridas Thakur. He personally told us. I was there, sitting and listening him. Prabhupada left. KGB found out these two persons. So they found him first. They caught him. They watch him. Every day he's chanting. They said, we have to, the KGB, their whole idea is the religious powerful or not? They want to test it. Nobody can practice religion in Russia those days. But even if the professor who invited Prabhupada, he also disappeared. KGB told him, why did you invite him? Because without a sponsorship letter, you don't get visa. So Prabhupada got visa because of him. And then he left. KGB told him, get out of the Moscow. They even closed down some school and university during Prabhupada's stay so that he cannot even go there to speak to anybody. So Prabhupada stuck in the hotel. Of course, nobody speak other language. But when Shamsundar Prabhu went to the corner store to buy some milk and some other sabji possible to cook, because he had no idea, he thought the professor will arrange the cooking and everything. So they started cooking in the hotel. Shamsundar Prabhu was there. Shamsundar Prabhu gives very details. And Prabhupada had a fear also, but very interesting. When Prabhupada landed in Leningrad, the Moscow airport, say immigration, okay. Now in Miami, America, when they packed their things, Prabhupada said, don't carry any spiritual book because I heard they are very dangerous they can put you into dungeon. Prabhupada already heard it. They can put you in dungeon. Everybody knows dungeon, right? That nobody will ever know you underground. Okay. They landed. They come to the security. But before security, they saw Prabhupada's saffron cloth. Oh, red flag when, They say, please come this side. They open the suitcase. Prabhupada is standing there. KGB opened the suitcase. On top, there is a Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada could not put together. How I told him not to put any book. How all these books comes on the top. KGB looking at the book. What is this? And Prabhupada, Prabhupada did not say what he was doing, what he was mental. He thought, okay, we are in trouble. But then Krishna's protection, the suitcase fell. It was not on the desk properly. I guess the KGB was not putting properly. It was like a corner, put it, he didn't realize. The suitcase flip over. And then the KGB felt such embarrassed. You don't insult or do, you have a right to investigate, but you have to take care of the, passengers' baggage. So he said, okay. He didn't even know this is a religion book. He said, okay, just pack and go. Because he felt so embarrassed. He had no idea. So, spiritual book Bhagavad Gita did go inside with Prabhupada. There was no Bhagavad Gita before. So Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita and some other books did go inside by mistake, you can say, or Jogamaya's arrangement, that the KGB felt embarrassed, the whole suitcase fell off, and he said, okay, just pack up your thing and go. Because he was because you can literally be angry. You have no right to drop my suitcase. Like this. Ananta Shanti Prabhu, he tells this story that he got the book from Prabhupada. And he was completely sold to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. In our time, I'm talking. KGB would come to him. He said, stop chanting or we will torture you. Now, this is government. You cannot fight anywhere against government. It's not like America. Communist is different. I don't know how many of you really know communist. You have no right. Whatever government say, that's it. Government owns everything and government will give you what you need. And you must do what they want you to do. So Ananta Santi Prabhu says, well, I cannot stop because I took a vow to my spiritual master. He said, no, you're going to stop. How do you chant? Chant. So they are chanting. He was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. So they put him in a special jail, special prison cell where they watch 24 hours a day what he's doing. They saw after 2 days, could not stop. They come and put anesthesia, shot on his tongue. The tongue cannot move. See, they don't want to kill. They want to test through him how powerful the religion is. And look at him. He could have given up. He said, if you give up, we will let you go. He said, no, I'll never give up chanting Hare Krishna. Haridas Thakur said the same thing. Khanda khanda hai jodi jai deho pran, tobo ami bodane na chari harina. When the Muslim Qazi asked him, you are born Muslim, you're supposed to focus on Quran, not Puran. He said, I'll never stop chanting. Even if my body fall into pieces. Khanda khanda hai jodi jai deho pran. If my body is cut into pieces, I will not stop chanting. Well, yes, blood was coming out. 22 market, how Haridas Thakur was tortured. Same thing Ananta Santi Prabhu. A Western body, Russian body. One of the 2 disciples of Srila Prabhupada. He told us, I'm just going back and forth. He said, you all have a nice tongue. Please chant nicely whole day. I realized torture of years. Every day I would get shot. And whole day, 24 hours, my tongue, I could not move. I could not taste. There was no toilet. Same room, one bucket. Once a week, they will come and they would say, now you stop. No, I'm not going to stop. They would take his neck deep inside his stool bucket, pull him out so he can breathe. Will you stop? No. Boom, again, pull him out. We are talking about person within our lifetime. he did not give up chanting. Finally, of course, you know, Bhutan came into power and whole communist released, and then he came to India, and in Vrindavan, he was there, and he tells this whole life story. He's so happy, he cries for Prabhupada. An experience, he said, it took 24 hours a day to finish my 16 round, but I would not stop not following my Guru Maharaj's instruction. Unbelievable. A Western body can be that kind of dedicated. Unbelievable. So when we hear the elephant trained to smash anything under their feet, and Hiranyakasipu is doing that to his son, or Avichara, black magic, spell on him. We hear all this conjuring tricks, conjuring up illusory tricks, imprisoning him a hole. Yes, Prahlad Maharaj, when all this, that is correct. Now, I know none of you are expecting that to happen in your life. And I wish also, I pray that none of you have to go through. But even if it comes, it has come for a positive. Try to find a purpose why Krishna sanctioned this. After million years, we still talk about Prahlad Maharaj because of this. Krishna wanted to show the world the vice can never win over virtue. There are few things we need to learn. In our childhood, in our lifestyle right now, wherever you are, see if you do this. If a devotee lives with criticism, Prabhuji and Mother, this is my translation from my village Niti Shastra. This is not well known. I don't know. Someday I want to put it out. It's wonderful, I found. I was showing to senior sannyasis here, and it's wonderful. But I put it into a perspective of devotees. If a devotee lives with criticism, he will learn to condemn. If a devotee lives with hostility, he learns to fight. Amongst devotees, we see this because their upbringing, because of their growing even within ISKCON. If a devotee lives with ridicule, he will learn to be shy. If a devotee lives with encouragement, the devotee will learn confidence. We need this. If devotee lives with shame, he will learn to be guilty. If a devotee lives with tolerance, he learns to be patient. If a devotee lives with praise, appreciate, even Krishna appreciated Arjuna. Tasmat uttishtata jasolavasya, Arjuna, get up, fight, enjoy this. Act like a nimitta matra bhava sabyasachi, act like my instrument. He inspired Arjuna. Krishna did never condemn. If devotee lives with praise, he will learn to appreciate. If devotee lives with fairness, which we expect from the leaders, then devotee will learn justice. Everything happening in Krishna is there. If devotee lives with security, he learns to have a faith. You follow a person, a leader. If that leader is a good example, manifesting all this good quality and growing spiritually, you will feel also a strong faith within you. Yes, I'm going to go. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to go. strong faith develops. If that person disappear or do horrible activity, we felt like our faith is broken. If devotee lives with acceptance and friendship, which we are trying also in Alacho, then the devotee will learn to find love in the community. This is important. Now back to this. Prahlad's inability to give up his nature is explained through an example. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the time. Okay, I'll try to see it. He's resilient like a dog's tail, as Prabhupada says. Suno sepa. Is also the name of a middle son of Ajigar, who was sold to Harishchandra. In my childhood, I saw one movie. There was no movie. Once in a year or twice a year, the government would send to the village. They would come in the field, a big bed sheet, and all the villager would come. I remember my childhood. And, once a year or twice a year, I don't think more than that. And they show movies. So there was a movie of Harishchandra, and then later on, it is always stuck with me. So I'm familiar with this story. But I don't know how far it's all from the Puranas, because sometimes people speculate in India, Mayavadis. Please don't take it personally, but they do. If it is not Purana, I just doubt. They speculate. So King Harishchandra, he was distressed by having no children. I'm just in a short version also. So he propitiated the Lord Varuna. Please, can you bless me, saying that so I can have a son. Varuna gave blessing on one condition, that you'll sacrifice the child for me, to me. Okay. He didn't realize really that after child is born, there is a few things develop called affection, possession, sneha, mamata, all these things. My son, I love, all these things. I remember that. The sage Bishamit, when child was born, Harishchandra did not like the sacrificing the boy. So he took shelter of Bishamitra. And Bishamitra suggested, instead of sacrifice your own son, you can get another son of a Brahmana and offer it. So Harishchandra sent his minister to find out and purchase a Brahman boy for the sacrifice. So what happened at that time, there lived in Ayodhya a greedy Brahman. Greedy means he was poverty stricken. And his name was Ajigartha, what Prabhupada says here. And he had 3 sons. And during his search, this Harishchandra's minister, he came there and he saw this poor Brahmana with 3 kids, 3 children, 3 sons. He said, hey, Brahmana, you are poverty stricken, horrible condition. You want to get out of this poverty condition? Sell one of your sons. I'll give you 100 cows. 100 cows. You wide open your eyes and mouth, and the Brahmana is thinking, 100 cows, I never can get in whole life. I have to work so hard. He in his brain, he's calculating. I have 3 sons. One son can go. Yeah, why not? Obviously, he didn't have much to give to the children because he didn't have anything. He was so poverty stricken. So he gave. Now, the fighting is not exactly with Harishchandra so much, but the fighting is with the Vaishishta and Vishamitra. It goes on and on. It never stopped, almost. Like, until Ananta Shesha stopped it by promoting bhakti. So, when Vishwamitra, had a little ill feeling against, or you can say war against the king of Solar dynasty. From this moment, he entered in a scene of war. And there's a whole episode took place. Now, why did Prabhupada brought this? Because every Acharya, even Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he also gives this. That Shuna Shepa is also the name of this Brahmana who sold to Harishchandra. He did not remember their harm to him and took shelter in Vishwamitra and became member of his family. He was saved from being killed. So how did he do it? By Vishwamitra teaching. I'm just going to just synopsize, just to that son, the Brahmana son, when the time came for him to die or sacrifice, he taught him a Mrityunjay mantra that you can conquer death just by chanting this. So because he was a son of a Brahmana, he remembers and he chanted. So that time Varuna was happy that, okay, release him, king, no problem. Doesn't have to die. The problem was solved. Death is unavoidable. But if you have a higher connection, you can overcome and win during your death. How do you do it? That is the question. Recently we were talking about death. Death is like a common thing. You will hear everywhere. Is the fear of death why there is a fear of death? Can someone help me? Why there is a fear of death? Why people are afraid of death?
Because we don't know where we are going, no destination known. And because of so much sinful activity done, we are afraid that we will going to get the music, face the music. And we are attached to the material world. Our wife, my son, my daughter, all my.
Thank you. Anything else added more?
Can I say,
Hare
Prabhuji?
Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Because we died already many times, so we are afraid.
Oh, I see. So you are saying you have an impression of dying previously, so you are afraid. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. Very nice.
Can I try?
Yes.
So my thinking is like I have so much attachment. So if I die, then I will. It is like me and mine. So what these people will do? How when will I see them? Like so that attachment is there to my kinsmen. So that's why we are so much fear of that.
Yes, that's good. There's something more. Anybody else?
My losing all what I've accumulated. I want to enjoy.
I want to enjoy. So you are afraid that you lose your enjoyment because you don't know if it is there or not. No guarantee. Okay, that's nice.
Yes.
Something more?
Prabhu.
I love
something
so much.
More?
I love so much with my body. I don't want to lose that.
You love your body, you like your idea, you like your place. Okay, that's true. That's true. Sukhakara Prabhu also said, very nice, very nice. Yes. Something more?
Death is very painful. When the Atma leaves,
How do you know?
so
How do you know, Prabhu? You
from
recorded
your
according to Shastra. I thought you recorded your previous death, so you just repeat.
No.
Say, repeat the song. What happened during my death? Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I mean, it's this fear
Yes.
of getting an animal body, or you don't know what body you will get.
Yes, that is also true. That is also true. You know, in Christian world, there is something. I don't know if you can focus. Majority Christian, they actually have a fear of death because of that. But you haven't said what it is. I want to hear if somebody can figure it out. They are 1/3 of the
Maybe
population.
if I die, then I don't have the next life. I should enjoy in this
That
lifetime
can
itself.
be also, that can be fear also, yes.
Is it
Hare Krishna.
because the Atma feels that he has to go to the hellish planets and do, I mean, suffer in the hellish planets? Is that the fear? So whatever the sinful reactions, sinful actions is committed in the whole life, he thinks he has to go through them in the hellish planets.
Yes, you are almost hitting that point. Hold on, hold on. You are hitting that almost point because they want to go to heaven and they don't want to go to hell. In a sense, they use that word, eternal damnation, punishment. It never ends. They literally afraid of hell more than Krishna conscious person or any other person. Christian majority, they have a genuine serious fear of eternal damnation.
All these things are
Bangladesh,
Probably for the
Bangladesh,
Christians,
Prabhu,
there is no Golok Vrindavan.
please?
There is no
One
Vaikunth and
second.
Golok Vrindavan.
Bangladesh, Prabhu.
They call only heaven. They call it this after this, they go to heaven. I'm confused in Bible why they say heaven. There's no kingdom of God as Vaikunta and Goloka. They call only heaven.
Prabhu, one purport Prabhupada writes in Madhya Lila chapter 20 about Lord Shiva. And in that purport, Prabhupada writes that Shiva Loka is not Vaikuntha because there is no service to Krishna, direct service to Krishna with relationship in Shiva Loka. So therefore, it is not part of Vaikuntha. So I draw attention, Vaikuntha means there has to be service, personal relationship. In Christianity, I haven't found any relationship talks details and service, no service. Heaven has nothing to do with service. You going there because you will enjoy, but nothing service to God. So from that angle, it is not part of Vaikuntha.
Now, do they
It's
call
some
the
idea is
kingdom of God as heaven? The Christians, do they call the kingdom of God as heaven? They say you'll go to heaven by doing good thing like that. There's
yes,
no kingdom
Prabhu.
of God.
Like amongst the devotee, Prabhu, if I don't have a desire to serve the Lord and to serve Him with that relationship, I'm not in heaven. I'm not in Vaikuntha. Even I'm a devotee, but I don't have a desire to please Him, to serve Him, and engage. I'm not in Vaikuntha. I'm not going to go in Vaikuntha. It doesn't matter whether I'm sentimental. How can you say like this? You have a relationship. We have to revive the relationship and we want to serve. We have to serve. We are servant of Krishna. Without service, there is no access in Vaikuntha. We can be out of Maya. Out of Maya and Vaikuntha, in between, there is so many millions of planets. We just say Mahesh Dham, we say Siddhaloka, we just say Biraja, we just say Brahmajyoti. Actually, it is not like this. There is variety, but it's all abstract. There's no activity. It's a punishment. Krishna says in 12.5 Bhagavad Gita, Klesha adhikatarastesham abhyakta asakta chetosam abhyakta hi gatir dukkha deham badir abhaputi. Soul has a senses. Soul, not this body or mind. Soul has a senses. Soul has a form. Soul has a relationship. Soul has a service attitude. Soul has a nature called love. We cannot run away from us. This is what we made of. Wonderful. If we don't want to love somebody, then we're running away from ourselves. I want to merge. I want to go in a Jyoti ocean like yogis goes, and Gyanis goes merging. Buddhist goes to Nirvana like stuck, no feeling, nothing, robot. But we have a feeling. We are made of emotion. Emotion is not something we throw away. It is what made us. It's a joyful experience. Forever ocean of nectar. How can we try to escape from it? It's very sad. I know we are not going to force them, but it's very sad that third of a population promote this to go to abstract place. No activities. It's horrible. It's worse than hell. That's why Bhagavatam says like. Now, let's talk practically where the fear comes from. I'm sorry I didn't have much time, but you can look at the verse 11.2.37. In a short, bhayam ditya viniveshatashit isha tapitasya viparjaya smriti tanmayayatha buddha bhajetam bhakta ekayaisham gurudevatatma. What I understand from that, the fear comes from that point. Ask yourself, when you got the fear within your consciousness, the moment you misuse your free will, you turn for separate interest than pleasing Krishna. Impersonalism affected your consciousness. Impersonalism, the moment you did not want to serve Krishna, contamination began with impersonalism. Impersonalism we all have. Either we develop love for Krishna or we will keep on suffering. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says Karmis are better than Gyanis. Gyanis deny the function of the heart. Karmis at least exploiting the heart. That's not good either, but at least better. So I'll end here. Please detect your emotion, where you are directing. If it is directing towards exploitation, there is a beautiful mother, there is a beautiful lady. I want to enjoy her body. This is called exploitation. Hello, everybody understood? Hopefully. Okay, there is a beautiful form of a mother. She belongs to Krishna. I must respect and see she is for Krishna. That is spiritual. So that attitude has to change. Very subtle. And if you say, I don't care, just demonize the whole world. Just forget it. I want to run away from everything. You are not running away from you. You're running away from some misconception. You will suffer. You will be out of Maya, maybe, out of severe austerity, but you're not entering into spiritual domain. Sorry, trying to squeeze the understanding into short. Prabhus and mothers, I'm begging all of you to pray for me that the time and me become a friend. Some or other, I want to ask Krishna one day face to face, why I always face time as a challenge. Please pray for me and bless me.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class and for so many points, Prabhu, to realize. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, I can see one hand raised from Sukhakara Krishna Prabhu. Okay.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you,
Yes,
Sushmita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandvat Pranam.
Thank you. Thank you, Vinita Gandhi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Pran Govind Prabhu. Now, you were telling about fear. I've got one question because we are doing devotional service, we are doing chanting, hearing Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So in the Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 67th and 68th verse, Krishna has told that whoever will pass my message to others, they are very dear to me. And again, he's telling they will surely come back to me. So actually, I'm not really loving Krishna. I like the stories and all, but in the heart, I'm not able to really love Krishna. I'm telling you frankly. There is respect and everything, but somehow it is only the fear that Krishna has told you'll go back so that you're not to suffer in the material world. That is one point. And
can I address to what you said so far?
No, I'm telling that.
No, hold on, Prabhu, hold on. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. Why are you in the Bhakti Japa Sanga group every day? You said you don't have a love for Krishna, but why you are in Bhakti Japa Sanga group every day?
Because I like to hear about Krishna Katha.
That means you have a love.
But I'm not able to love.
That means you have a love, Prabhu. Prabhu, don't go too far. Sutakirti Prabhu told Prabhupada, I don't have a love for you. So Prabhupada had a Japamala. He's going around 2 times. 3rd time he says, you don't want to serve? No, I want to serve. It's just that I don't have a love for you, I feel. Prabhupada said, but you want to serve? Say, yes, of course. Then you have love for me. Why are you serving in Bhakti Japa Sangha group Bhagavatam? Why? Because you have love, Prabhu. Otherwise, not possible you would be here.
Prabhu,
Days after
let me
days
tell you,
after
let me
months.
tell you frankly, it is also I like to hear Krishna Katha, but I am also selfishly scared that if you come back again, miserable material world, dukkale mashashvatam, so I don't want to go into another mother's womb and suffer for 10 months. That is one point. And another point, again, by the time you come back again, the Kali will go further, and you don't know now, men are marrying men, women are marrying women, you don't know what all are happening, you don't know, everything is going, and then living together, liveless, I don't know, all wrong things are happening. So I want to escape. So I want to just, so I'm only bothered about me, I'm not selflessly serve. That is not that I'm doing arati and all this because I'm like the arati, but really I'm not truly loving Krishna. I don't know what to do.
Well, I honestly, let me tell you honestly what I read some time back about Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. What you are expressing is beautiful, nice. I appreciate that. Even though you may think like, I just throw my garbage feeling. No, it is actually good expression. You have a genuine concern. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in his own Gurvastaka purport that Krishna will create a fear, uncomfortability for some devotees so that they push themselves to go forward and never want to come back. You are a good example of that. Congratulations. Thank you for letting me know that you are that sincere devotee.
Please save me, Prabhu. Please save me because you're all pure devotees. You are so great. So please, Ashirvad, just Ashirvad korun. Ar eker asbad darkar nahi. Please.
Thank you. I'll definitely pray for you, but you are already advancing, Prabhu. Very nice. Very nice.
Dhanyavad, dhanyavad.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhakti Japa Sangha. We are able to at least discuss and get some relief. Thank you, Vilita Mataji.
Thanks.
Shamagori Mataji.
Thank you. Yes. I feel like to send 1,000 times thanks to Mother Binita Gandharvika Devi, Mother Susmita Devi, Mother Semagori Devi, all, whoever is there, all of you.
All are gopis from Golok Vrindavan. Manjaris.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your answer also, Prabhu. Thank you. And Prabhuji, in the chat, I can see Lalitangi Mataji has answered to your question, Prabhu, why we have the fear to death. So Mataji has written that we don't have the realization that we are eternal spirit soul.
That is true also. That is true. Very good answer. All are good answer actually. Yes. It's good to have a fear. It's good to have a fear. What did Prabhupada have a fear? Yes or no? Can someone tell me? Did Prabhupada have a fear? Yes, he had. He said that.
Oh.
He said, I don't have a fear for myself, but I do have a fear for my disciples.
It's sauce for that sauce.
Because they are flirting with Maya.
Sauce.
Prabhupada says that he has a fear because his followers are flirting with Maya. They do not have enough fear of Maya. So Prabhupada had a fear because we didn't have a fear. Now, you know, this is a true story. When this Prabhu was really like, when okay, I'll go back 30 seconds before. Prabhupada said in a morning walk, he said, so what is the difference between you and me? Wow, that's a very heavy question. What is the difference? So some devotee says, oh, we're not sure, Prabhupada, you must have something. He said, you may fall down, I will not fall down. Oh, that triggers some devotee like a spiking. How is that Prabhupada is right here? He will not fall down and I may fall down. How is this? How is this? This devotee went like, you know, in English they call cuckoo, like a really heavy in his head. He's watching Prabhupada like a hawk. Everything he's doing. At one point, somebody gave a big expensive gift and Prabhupada is praying and praying and praying and little bit more than average day praying. So he said, Prabhupada, you are praying a lot. He said, yes, I'm praying Krishna to protect me from Maya. Wait a minute, you said that you will not fall. He said, now you know why. Everybody got it? Because he prays for protection. And the next day class, he said this, that I am afraid that most of my followers are not fear of Maya. So we should be, what Sukhakar Prabhu said, we should have a fear. We should never, even Prabhu's and mother, even if you have 8 symptoms, there are 8 symptoms of liberated soul. 5.4.5 in Bhagavatam says that. Even if you check all these one by one, okay, I am actually free. I feel like I am Mukta Purush or whatever. Still maintain that you are not out of Maya. Because if you feel you are afraid, even you are Mukta Purush, don't feel safe because she can trap you back. It's better to be afraid of Maya. If Prabhupada can pray like this, we should always pray.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu, so true.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the enlightening class today, Prabhu. And with your permission, can we end the call here, Prabhu?
Sure.
So one question, last question, Prabhu. Last question.
Prabhuji, it is already 8:07, Prabhuji. We will close. We will take, you can send a question to Pran Govind, Prabhu. Yeah, please. It's 8:07. We have other services too. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
I'm so
Thank
sorry,
you.
Prabhuji. We will close the call here. Vancha
Kalpataru
Kalpatarubhya kripa sindhu
Vaishnavebhyo
namo pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava
Jai.
Prabhupada
Jai.
Jai. His grace Pran Govind
Govinda Prabhuji ki
Jai.
Gauranga, Nityananda.
Thank you so much.
Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna.